Hello and welcome. I'm back again. Okay, so I kind of made the mistake of asking some of my followers what they'd like to see tonight. So I've had about 5 different ideas come through my inbox. But anyway, so one of them was to try and make some masculine cards. Also possibly doing some stamping and paper piecing, like putting some stuff together and maybe throwing it through the embossing folder. Then I had somebody contact me and say, why don't you try making something without leaves or flowers? It was a little bit late, too late, because I'd already got the leaves out. So anyway, we'll see if she pops in. I might do a second, depends how I get on with this. I might do a second challenge to myself not to use leaves or flowers. But I'll go ahead quickly and stamp this. After the other night where I cut out some squares and then switch them around, it gave me the idea of perhaps doing a one sheet wonder, cutting it up and then just like swiveling them and just seeing what happens. So we'll see. I've already got, what's this? This is Seaside Spray cardstock. I've already got that out. And I thought of maybe going with kind of some browns. I quite like brown and blue. I find it quite relaxing as a colour scheme, and it can look really kind of quite classy, I think, but maybe that's just me, maybe. Anyway, hi Melanie. Yes, I know there's a few of you can only pop in for a little bit. That's fine. Isn't that great about YouTube though? You can come in again tomorrow and watch the replay. Thanks to everybody who watched this afternoon's quite complicated-ish card 3D box card thing. Do watch from the beginning, because I think after a while watching it you may get an idea of the pattern. I'm not promising anything, but I am thinking of maybe drawing a little template for it and then blogging and then having that ready for you guys to have a look at. I'm sure you'd probably appreciate that. Okay, so soft suede, early espresso. Oh, cinnamon cider, the new brown. Let's see how that looks next to these. I've not tried that yet, so shall we see what they look like? So I've already got here a few texture stamps. So to echo possibly what I did the other night with, do you remember this one that I made the other night? Should we try doing a sort of masculine-ish version? But a whole one sheet wonder, and then we're going to cut it up, see what happens, and go from there really. So I'm just going to get my channel up so that I can read your comments. My channel, there we go. Right, let me sit down. Oh, I've already got, how did I already get ink on that? I mean, really? Right, so I'm going to give myself a bit of a wipe down. I mean, really? I'm so mucky. Right. Let's start in the middle, shall we? Just being fairly random. Let's try and open it up a little bit and see what happens if I do that. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's do that again. I'm just opening the circle up a bit, I guess. It looks sort of more nest-like, doesn't it, when that happens? Could have a little bit of an overlap as well over here. Just experimenting, really. You know, you're not going to know, you know, what it looks like unless you have a little wee play. Okay. Just wanted to get some pattern on there. Right, that's good. Hi, Ali. I was just laughing because you said to me no leaves and flowers, but I'd already got the leaves out. So I'll do this one with leaves, and then maybe the next one I'll do with something else. Okay. While I've got this colour out, I'm wondering whether to put some of this gorgeous background. I think, isn't it fun? I feel like I shouldn't have favourite stamps sometimes, but I do. I was just thinking why I think that. I think it's because I don't like to try and influence your creativity. You know, because sometimes I'm very careful not to say what I don't like, because everyone is entitled to their taste, and I wouldn't want to unduly influence. But you could probably tell from my choices which are my favourites. Okay, so that's lots of lovely texture down. It does look like Sac Hessian, yeah, definitely. The colour cardstock is soft sea foam. No, it's not. It's Seaside Spray. You should see the die cuts from the Fern set all over there. Hi, Nessa. Are you talking to me? Have I got anything else? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, Tiger Bomb's fantastic, yeah. Right, so now I've got soft suede. I think it'd be nice to get some leaves in here somewhere. Ooh, now it's really interesting seeing the soft suede against the Seaside Spray. Oh, sorry, the cinnamon cider. Yeah, it's funny because you get used to a certain colour looking a certain way, but then when you sit next to something else, it just looks really different. And I know I am stamping on a coloured cardstock. That does make a bit of a difference sometimes, but it almost, the soft suede looks almost grey next to cinnamon cider. You know, soft suede was my kind of go-to mid-brown. And I guess cinnamon cider is quite, it's got quite a reddish tone to it. But no, looks okay. Looks good. Put one in there. Yes, it does. Right, we'll stop there. I want some other textures in here now. For some reason, I seem to be sort of steering clear of the middles of the circles. It just feels right to do that. But anyway, they look like nests, don't they? I've just realised what they remind me of. Yeah. Hi, Nayoka. Right, I do want to have some other textures in here, so I'm just going to wipe that one off. And I want to bring in the early Espresso as well. I'm quite excited to see what this looks like. I'll go for this little one. We'll go easy to start off with. Now I'm doing Stamp It second generation with this one. I wasn't doing it with the other colours because they were a mid-brown, but because this is quite dark, I feel that it can take it. I'm also going to get out the other stamp because I thought I wouldn't need it, but actually I do, to go around in the other direction. Oh, sorry, colours again. I'm stamping on Seaside Spray, and I'm using Cinnamon Cider, Soft Suede and Early Espresso. So all the kind of dark and mid browns that Stampin' Up do. Because I wanted something to show up. I wanted them to show up on the Seaside Spray. Okay, right. Thank you guys. Please remember you can share these videos out. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to the live, you'll know that I'm live because it's got the red rectangle up there with the white lettering that says live. If it isn't there, it means that I'm not live anymore. However, you are still most welcome to be here, and please do leave a comment and let me know what you've enjoyed and perhaps what you've learned and so on. Okay, I do like this bark, and I'm wondering whether to bring in the crumb cake because I don't want it too dark, but I do want it to sort of show up. So, and it feels like it's in keeping really with this whole theme of trees and nests and you know, branches and whatever. So I'm not sure whether it's going to fit in, but we'll see. Haven't actually got much room for it, but I'm just going to sort of tuck it in where I can really. Well, yeah, I can see lots of you going, oh, I've nearly ordered that, or I didn't order that. You know, don't worry. Shelve it away in your head for next time. You know, there are so many gorgeous new things in the catalogue, and at this time of year, with all us demonstrators showing all the new stuff, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So don't feel you need to have everything we're using. Just take your time, watch a few demonstrators, use the products, and if you find yourself keep coming back to similar stamp sets, I think that's the sign to say, yes, I love that, I will use it. If you have any sort of niggles like, oh, I've already got a set that does that or has that, move on, go to another stamp set. There's plenty of others to choose from. Don't feel you have to have every single one that we use. So right, I quite like that. I do feel like I need just a few little circles and splatters in here. So I'm just going to mount these two up together. Now, you may have seen me do this before where if you've got a few different textures. Oh, actually, I will go one step further. You can mix stamp sets as well. There's a splatter. Pop that right, tuck that really close. Put that one in there as well. So you've got 3 different textures of splatter on one block. You can do all 3 in one go. Hi, Mia. Did Mia say it was her first time? Oh, yay, watching me live. Oh, I think I recognise your name. You've been around before, haven't you? So the crumb cake is a little bit pale, but it's fine. It's definitely there, but it is paler. Right, I'm going to stop there. Right, so the idea was then to cut out some squares with this and reassemble them, but in a way I was going to sort of turn them around. So I'm just having a quick think as to how I assemble my cards. I'm trying to think what size card bases I usually use. So it's usually 10.5. So if I do them 3.5, 3.5 plus 3.5. So if I cut 3.5 centimetre squares, I'm just going to cut 2 lots, and then I've got plenty of other to play with. Okay, I'll just do that to start. Hi, Freedom. This is A4 cardstock, so it's just over. Hold on, 8. It's just over 8 inches by about 11.5. So our UK cardstock is slightly longer and thinner than your one. So I wouldn't worry too much about the sizing. You just use whatever you cut it up, you know, however you would cut it up. You know, you might find, you know, inches is better for you, or 1.25 inch squares. So you figure out what will work for you guys. All right, is that 3.5? Yay, okay. Excuse me. Right, just get the card base. So I could go ahead and let me get a bit of a cleaner background. I could go ahead and sponge the edges just to make them look a bit different, but I don't think I need to, because there's enough, I think there'll be enough differentiation between them all. So I'm not going to plan this too much. I'm literally just going to start sticking and hope it all meets together at the end. Because otherwise, if I don't get started, I won't get on to doing anything else. So obviously I am making it meet up with the edge there. Just going to see how that looks. Okay, yep, that's fine. Oh no, I don't, yeah, so I don't want that one to meet that, because that is how I cut it. So I'm going to mix these up a bit. So basically that's the rule, that you can't put one next to each other that was next to, you know, that's next to it in the pattern, if you know what I mean. See, look at my confidence. I'm thinking I can do this. I don't need to do it individually. I'm going for it now. Oh, it's quite easy once you get going. I am going to put, there's a tiny gap between those because for some reason I think my card must have slipped just a tiny bit when I was cutting it. So, but anyway, it looks okay. And so I am planning to run this all through my big shot when it's completed, just to help everything kind of like meld together. I'm finding that the embossing folders are such a great way to kind of like make it look cohesive. So who says this will take them a week? Who was that? Vanessa. Oh, no, it wouldn't take you a week. Just don't overthink it. Just do it. Just think, this is what I need to achieve. This is, I've got to put squares on a piece of paper. That's it. Don't overthink it. Because yes, you will be there for a week. Okay. I feel like I've ended up with a thinner bit at this end, but never mind. I'm going to trim it. That's because at the top I started lower at the top, but never mind. It'll be all right. Depends on the week, yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. The trimmer went through 3 layers. Near enough. Oh, cool. Oh, I love that. Right, so now we've got to decide which folder we're going to use. Oh, I've got that lovely wood one. What do you think? The wood one? Now, I've got to make sure I put this in the right way. Because I always get confused. Right. Oh, hi Denise. Oh, thank you, sweetie. You're so kind. Is that because you're going to have a go doing this, Denise? The logo has to show. Oh, you mean that way? You know what, I'm going to just do it and on a piece of scrap. Hold on, I need to find my blue plate though. Right, got my blue plate. Get a bit of scrap. Right, so I'm doing it with the Stampin' Up logo up. Oh, that way, not that way. You see, I was thinking that was the correct way, but you know, you're right. It's that way, isn't it? Thank you. You guys are awesome. You're like, Ruth, no. I bet you all wish that you could, like, speak to me in my ear. Oh, what am I doing? That should go underneath. Now you do have to align it. I can already see there's a notch, a little notch out of my embossing folder where I didn't align it properly, and it's crashed into the side of the Sizzix machine. Look, see there, look. Oh dear. Oh, I don't have that one. Who asked? Steph. Yeah, no, I really would like it though. There we go, guys. It almost, I don't know, it almost takes away from the pattern. I don't know if it's a little bit too busy, but I'm not saying I don't like it. It just, if you like the definition of having the squares, then you may as well have just cut strips. So I'm tempted to do it again, but maybe with a more subtler embossing folder. I don't know what, should we do bigger, if I do bigger, slightly bigger squares this time, it'll be quicker to, what's the word I want? It'll be quicker to stick down as well. I don't know, if I do 4.5. Yes, the subtles one. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I might go with that, or even that new texture one. That's quite cute. Okay, so let's try this. So 4.5 bigger squares this time. Now I'm just thinking of the layout of this. 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll probably stick this onto a scrap piece of card and then cut it down. So, I found in my stash the other day, this is cardstock that Stampin' Up used to do years ago. Do you remember this stuff, the naturals? I wish they'd bring it back because I really liked it. It was kind of like a speckledy cardstock and it was fab. We don't do it anymore. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? I don't know, Esther. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Hope this is a good joke. Hi, Christine Christensen. Because he was outstanding in his field. Oh dear. Is this bad joke night? Wouldn't that be funny if two people met on here and it turned out that they were related, like, but didn't realise it? You know, the older I get, I often say this, nothing surprises me anymore. Occasionally I do get surprised by things, you know, but Alright, oh no, that one matches that one, not putting that one there. Give it a turn. Oh no, I feel like I need a few more circles on this side because I've got a bit of a circle, bit of a circle. Nope. That way. Yes, you did, Esther. I haven't met many trices. Here comes Mailman Randy. Ooh, you've got the mailman to your door, Cindy. Okay, so that's all stuck down. Going to give this a wee trim. like it. Right, while I'm here, I'm wondering whether to do that, just do like a stripy technique. You know that one that I was having a go at the other day? So let's see how much I've got left here. What's that? 13.5. I'll just cut this into 3.5 centimetre strips. I'll be able to do that. It's sort of like the double sheet wonder technique, but I'm not using 2 sheets. It's the single sheet wonder technique. It's the single cut and flip technique. How many characters does it take to change a light bulb? 1, but the light bulb must want to change. Very good. Right, so they were all cut in that direction, so I'm just going to move those over there for a second. And maybe grab another base. This is a brownish one. Okay, so if I put that there like that. So just by swapping one round, it gives it a whole kind of slightly different look. So now, because I've got easier stripes to deal with, I might just do this. Make it look more panelled. Oh yes, we're getting the sunshine paper pumpkin, aren't we? Sharing sunshine paper pumpkin kit. So if you like little kits, in America they have a system called Paper Pumpkin where you can subscribe to a kit, a monthly kit, and we don't have that here, but we are going to be selling 2 of them this year, so you can purchase it. I think you can just purchase it with your normal order. It's not like a subscription based thing. Did you use the mayonnaise stamp set I got here late? Mayonnaise? You'll have to enlighten me, Kelly. What do you mean? As a kid, my dad convinced me the Greek underground was a fallopian tube. It is, I think, it has to be on its separate order. Are you talking about Paper Pumpkin? I don't know. When last time we had Paper Pumpkin in Europe, we just added it onto an order. It was just like a kit that you just added. It wasn't, yeah, because it was shipped out exactly the same way as our orders. So it meant that you could just add it. Oh, the texture stamp. You call it the mayonnaise? That one? Yesterday you said mayonnaise. Oh, got you. Sorry. Oh my goodness. I slept since then. I'd forgotten what analogy I used. Thanks for reminding me though. I'll try and make it stick in my head now. Yeah, I got you now. Sorry. It took me a moment. I'm there. I'm with it. I'm here. Oh dear. How about I put a strip of blue paper like weaving in? Ooh. Well, I have got some bits left that I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with, so hold on to that thought, Martina, because I might need it in a second. Is it just me, or does it have a look of very pretty china? It kind of does, because I guess it's blue. Right, I've got these, and I have got some bits here. So we could do something very sort of textured and layered with those. Right, so I'm saving these up to put through the machine. These, not sure what I'm going to do with these just yet. Right, let's grab the settles. So I've got the Tasteful Textile, that one, and I've got that one. So, I don't know, I should put that one in, see what happens. And then ooh, would look good with the globe one. Yes, yeah, it would. I don't have that set, unfortunately, so you'll have to badger Janice to do something. She's got that stamp set. So if you don't follow Janice from Jazzle Dazzle Crafts, she's got a YouTube channel. Janice, do say hello. I'll we can do YouTube channel shout outs now. Anna has just started a channel. Good night, Liz. Wow, Ruth, you're global. Yes, I am a little bit global. Yes. Not just my channel, but I'm a bit global. Hi, Marcel. Oh, I like it. Just makes you want to stroke it. Okay, so that was the Tasteful Textile. Now, I think this is the one that, this is the old 3D embossing, so I'm going to just put the clear plate in through this one. Oh, fantastic stuff. Good. Oh, look at that. It's just fab. Love it. Oh, just makes you want to touch it. Right, let's pop this down. I've got a nice little pile of embossing folders on the floor now. Right, so this one we can trim. We might be able to use this cut-off piece for something over on here. Oh, now I am going to just, I feel like the top of this card is darker, so I'm just going to quickly add a little bit extra ink. There we go. Oh, that's lovely. It's funny actually, because you almost get quite a similar effect whether you cut it up into squares or if you just do the strips. So if you're in a hurry, I would say go with the strips because it's quicker, and you know, because of the varying patterns anyway, you don't necessarily need to see the squares. But I would perhaps suggest doing the squares, but use a subtler embossing folder. Don't use the wood one. But anyway, you know, I've tried it out. You can see the difference, so you can just choose whatever you enjoy doing. Oh, and then we've got that piece there that can be mounted onto a piece of cardstock now. Seaside Spray. There we go, and that can just be stuck down like that. It's got a nice border all the way around. And then we've got this piece here. Oh, now I've got that as my, I had that as my tester, didn't I? And I've got all these other little bits and pieces here. So shall we try doing a little bit of a scrappy card? I've got this bit here. Let's just cut this down. Oop. Oh, it's quite small already. Right. What colours did I use? I stamped onto Seaside Spray cardstock. That's the blue there. I used early Espresso, soft Suede, cinnamon cider, and a little bit of Crumb cake. Don't quite know what I'm doing, but just do some sticking. I have seen a bit more paper weaving around on YouTube recently and social media. So, oh look, I've got two little strips here. I could do a bit of paper weaving. Could cut into these pieces, couldn't I? Oh no, I want to change that around. I want that in the other direction. Okay. I think that will be fine, just like that. I'll straighten it up, obviously. Okay, I know what. I'm going to stick down these sections just at the top to start off with so that it's got something to anchor to. And then I'll weave the pieces in and then glue. Okay, so then pop that in there like that. Little bit of glue there. Little bit of glue there. Just realised, for those of you who weren't here the other day where I talked about mayonnaise, I probably need to explain what I meant. So, I don't know, how did it come up again? We were talking about stamp sets that you don't use just on its own. You tend to use it with other sets. So it's a bit like, as I said, like you wouldn't create a meal from mayonnaise, but you would have it as an accompaniment. And so this what's it called? Textured Essentials is a mayonnaise type stamp set because, you know, you wouldn't have a whole meal of it, but yet you would use it to accompany your meal. Oh, I've just discovered these texture bits now. Oh, should I do that in between there instead? Oh, it's too late. It's all stuck down. You once told an obnoxious English guy he's incontinental. Yeah, mayo sandwich. Yeah, but you're still eating it with bread, aren't you? Now, I do want to use up one of these. Oh, I don't know. Let me just get this stuck down. Christine gets it. Yeah, so there are some stamp sets, for example, Comfort and Hope. Right, that is like a whole meal, isn't it, in itself? It's got lots of variety in there. You know, you've got your main meal, you've got your pudding, you've got your little, you know, little, I don't know what you want to call it, salt and pepper. And that's a set in itself. Like, you could make so many things just from this one set. Whereas textured essentials, like, yes, you could do a one sheet wonder or something like that with this stamp set on its own, but to me it's a lot of a good thing, one good thing. So, you know, that's why this is the mayonnaise set. Ooh, horseradish sandwiches. That sounds fun. Good for clearing the nasal passages, I'm sure. Yeah, and interestingly, for the Forever Fern one, it is a very good stamp set because it's a mayo stamp set, but it's also a meal stamp set. One of those funny things, really. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to leave that for tonight. Have I got time to stamp something else? What's the time? Oh, shall I stamp something else? Now, Ali did challenge me to do something without leaves or flowers. So I did message her and go, would feathers be okay? So shall I stamp it on very vanilla, something like that? Let's do that for a change. I do want to use this. I do want to use this at some point. Oh, I could stencil maybe through that. Oh, but I'm not allowed to do leaves. Not allowed to do leaves. Okay, while you reply, I'll just show you what we did. So we stamped a whole sheet. This was cut up into 3.5 centimetre squares, approximately an inch-ish, inch and a bit. Let's have a look what that would be. 1.25 inches, nearly 1.5 inches squares, and then they were kind of like deliberately, I didn't stick them back together how they were cut. All right. This was my bigger square sheet, so that one's going to get mounted onto there. This, I think it needs crumb cake around the edge. Dots and octopi. I don't have the octopus set anymore, unfortunately, everybody. No, it went to somebody because it retired. So my good customers, she may even be watching, or she might watch on the replay. She's got it to play with now. So she's discovered Stampin' Up! In her latter years and has been enjoying stamping, so it's gone to her house. Right, doom. Right, this feels like, when I look at this, it feels like one of those you know, those toys, you know, that you move the things around. That's what it reminds me of. Right. Oh, HB sauce on fried eggs. Yummy, yummy. Right, so that was done with the strip, and then this was just done with some scraps. So you could, yeah, just have a play. Have a play. Right, very vanilla. Where are you? So, no leaves. Ah! I'll put all the leaves away. It'll be a good girl. Yes, very much so, the browns for fall. Yeah, and that lovely, the cinnamon cider is such a lovely warm brown. As opposed to like a dirt brown. Here we go, challenge accepted, yes. I was looking at Snowfront actually and looking at the little deer. Deer. And I haven't used this for a while. And the trees. Am I allowed trees or trees out? Got little wabbits. And deer. The other deer. Fox. I can have trees. Thank you, Ali. Okay, I think I still want to carry on this theme of using this circular thing. Just for me, it's a pattern that kind of is grounding and helpful. It's a starting point. So, yeah. You do make me smile. Oh, good. I'm glad I make you smile. Because I make some people cry. I'm kidding. Not deliberately. It's the metallic thread stamp. Yes, Denise. Absolutely. Who needs a metallic thread when you got this? Hey, Denise, did you see what I did this afternoon with metallic thread? You would love it. Christine, I don't believe that. Ask my kids. Not deliberately, obviously. You know, when they've been naughty. Or when I'm grumpy mummy. I said that to somebody the other day, actually. I said something about hormonal grumpy mummy, and they were like, no, I don't believe it. I was like, oh, yeah. You were working. Well, I still am, so I thought you'd watch me. Do you want a sneak peek? Do you want to see what I did, Denise? You're going to love it. Yeah. Okay, so really quickly, if you haven't seen this video, go watch it. Okay, so when it comes out the envelope, it looks like this. And then, ta-da! Look at that. Oh, I'm so happy with these. And then this one is my daughter's favourite. She said, oh, I prefer this one, Mummy. So it starts like that. And then, ta-da! Look at the gold thread. You see it? And look, got a middle one as well. Look at that. Okay, it's so much easier than you think it is, everybody. I promise, I promise. Go and have a look at that video. Anyway, back to the table. Come on, eyes down. Back to it. No, let's get another block. Yeah, that was this afternoon's playing session. I saw another demo do it and I had to copy it, and he got it from somewhere else. So I've linked to his video on my 2 videos that I did this afternoon, and on his video you can see where he got the ideas from as well. So, right, the trees. So I want the trees, I think, to sort of hang out beside the portals. Do you remember I did that that picture ages ago that looked like it was oh, what's the name of that program? Cindy knows. Cindy, where are you? That's science fiction. Oh, Christine, you had him there with you, did you? Oh, bless him. What's her, Cindy? She heard of her name. What was the one that I did with the? What's that program that has that big circle gateway? What's it called? Oh, I quite like those trees. Stargate, that's the one. Yeah, I did a picture with, it had landscape in it and the circles from swirly frames, and it looked like some kind of weird Stargate portal. Okay, so I want to put some more textures in here. Ooh, shall I put that one? I know it's a little bit baroque looking, a little bit ornate, but sometimes when you're doing masculine cards, it is actually quite fun to do something slightly kind of feminine looking, but yet it's not, like depending on the colours you use. I think I'm going to go back to Crumb Cake because I want this light. Off-World Rabbit, yeah, that's it. Cyber Rabbit. Oh, and actually it's quite nice having the square in amongst all these circles. They are cool, aren't they? Yeah, that's right. I've still got them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Oh, one little space up here. Wallace and Gromit with the rabbits. Oh, Curse of the Were-Rabbit. I've got a sticky patch up there. Right. Okay, I think now, shall we put a little fox in here, little Mr. Fox? Now the only problem with adding living creatures into this type of design is that if you chop it up, you're in danger of like decapitating them or splitting them. But shall we just do it anyway, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, Chicken Run. Oh, love Chicken Run. We just watched that again recently, actually. Right, so this is early espresso, everybody. Actually, Do you think I should do the fox and cinnamon cider? That is more of a foxy colour, isn't it? Foxy. Oh, look, all the chicken run fans are coming out now. Oh. Oh, yeah, red foxy. Looks good. Oh. He looks like he's just sitting inside his bolt hole. Do you know what I mean? So cute. Mask around the circle so he's looking out of the hole. I could do that. Although I think what I'll carry on doing is adding more textures, but I'll just try and miss out the hole. I'll just keep away from the hole, yeah? Because I don't really want to have to do lots of masking. So let's get some of these lines in here. So I'm kind of looking for some gaps. Oh look, there's a big gap there. So I'm looking for spaces to fill, but I'm trying to stay away from the circles. All right? Is that okay, everybody? Ooh. Oh, twisted there, but never mind. Okay, that's looking good. Oh, I've still got my little speckles from here that I popped together. I'm wondering if the early espresso will be okay with it. Shall we just see what happens? Yeah, that works. Again, I'm staying clear of the hole. Trying to keep that nice and tidy and clean. The only thing to be aware of is that when you're trying to miss one hole, don't encroach onto another one. And I'm making use of the whole Stampin' Off to get a lighter effect. Fleas, yes. No, a den, yes. Not a warren. Yeah, rabbits have warrens, don't they? But foxes have dens, apparently. This is very delicate, I have to say. The overall sort of feel of it is very dainty, but masculine at the same time. So it's quite a fun look. Who'd have thunk it, eh? Right, there's also some lovely dots here. There's a leaf there. I'm not going to use it though. I'm going to be a good girl. There's some nice bits of grass. I might just just use that as just another leafy, not leafy, tree, it's a tree, okay? Tree texture. I know you learn all sorts of things here, don't you, Martina? Although Martina's English is amazing. Like, I think because you spent so much time over here, didn't you, Martina? Your vocabulary is amazing. As it was my challenge, do I get a piece? Oh, maybe, Ali. I'll remember to send you your thank you. Your next thank you card will be this. Right, this is very delicate, this. And it's barely showing up, well, not barely showing up, but next to all the busyness of the paper, it's barely showing up. So I think what I might do is just stamp a few of these, and then I'm going to go over it with the early espresso. Take care, Nessa. Thank you for joining. Again, it still looks really delicate because the image is such a fine image. It really is. It's barely showing up with all the things that are going on already on this page, but it is nice though. It's got a very sort of feathery like quality to it. Super pretty. Put it in there as well. Artful stampin with Ruth, like how Vikings did not have horns. Wagner made it up. Oh. How do I not have ink all over my fingers? Oh, I don't know. I've been quite good tonight, haven't I? Normally I do. Have it everywhere. I'm getting better. I'm trying to be more tidy, honest. Hi, Patsy. Are you new to my channel? I don't remember seeing your name before. Although I do see a lot of names. Welcome, welcome. Everyone, welcome, Patsy. Right. Do we dare cut this up, or are we just going to have it? Should I just do it in pieces? I think I'll take a quick picky of this though, because I did not envisage doing something like this, so I'm very happy with the results. What? No leaves? I know, Kelly. I was told I couldn't use leaves tonight. Ali sent me a little challenge not to use leaves or flowers. So I've been good. I've obeyed. Thank you. Cut it up. Cut it up. Are you watching me on the big telly? I've been in before, but you just keep doing such beautiful paper. Oh, thank you. Oh, well, you're very welcome to join in the craziness. It is Artful Stampin. Okay, so, oh, that just works out beautifully, doesn't it? I did say to you, you know, it might happen that we get a decapitated fox, but no, I think we're all right tonight. Might happen on the other two sheets, though. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh, just about. Ooh, 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 ooh. Get a bit of Well, seeing as that one's already got a bit off it, I'm going to chop him off a bit more. That's not too bad. Right, I'm going to see what it is like on cinnamon cider. Oh, that looks nice. It brings out the colour. I've got one very vanilla. Oh, that looks really classy on the very vanilla. I like that. And I'm just going to grab a sheet of soft suede, if I've got any left. Oh, and crumb cake. Oh, I'll do crumb cake and soft suede. Oh, we're having German lessons over here now. It does, doesn't it? He's a perfect foxy colour, cinnamon cider. It's nice to have an alternative to pumpkin pie or Cajun craze. So if you're watching my channel and you're wondering what we're going on about, these funny names, it's basically the names of all the colours. So Stampin' Up! Have a range of 50 colours at any one time, 40 family that are in set in sort of colour families. We have 4 colour families of 10, and then we have 10 in colours. We have 5 new ones every year that only are with us for 2 years. So this new cinnamon cider colour is the one that was introduced this year, 2020. You might be watching this in the future, so it may or may not still be here. Right, so let's try this with a bit of soft suede. Ruth, I want to be just like you when I grow up. Oh, thank you. That's a very, very sweet compliment. There's still lots of people that I look up to and I want to be like when I grow up. There's somebody actually who's watching who I want to be like when I grow up. I wonder if anyone can guess who's been on these videos. Put it this way, I want to have lots of silver hair and put it up in a bun. So I wonder if the person can guess who that is. I've always envied older women who have got really long silver hair and tie it up in a bun. I just think it looks so cool. Yeah, Janice got it. As soon as I met Martina on like face to face online, no, we've never met in real life, but we've met virtually, you know, like to chat. As soon as I saw her with her amazing bun, I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I want to aspire to. Yeah, kind of, Anna. Oh dear, she's gone really quiet. Martina, I love you. I've gone a bit embarrassed now. I heard if you haven't grown up by 60, you don't have to. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, I love it. I love it, Martina. Well, I remember hearing something that they said that if by 35 you get very set in your ways. I can't remember exactly what I heard, but I just remember someone saying or hearing it said that when you get to 35 you can get very set, and that like your character is very set. And I really hated that. I was like, no way, I'm not going to be like that. Because for me personally, I believe that that we all have the capacity to change for the better with God's help. So I really was like, no, I want to keep improving and learning and, you know, being challenged and, you know, that kind of stuff. So I've tried to rebel against that a bit. Right, so really simple cards, guys, because I think sometimes when you do a one sheet wonder, you don't actually need busy stuff going on. Obviously it's left, you know, for you to put, or for me to put sentiments at a later date if I want to. You know, you just stamp it on a piece of card and stick it on. But I think when the background is so pretty, you probably don't need, you know, too much fuss. So yeah, Martina. Nydia says, I feel better now. I'm 62. I still feel a bit like a child with hopes and dreams. Oh, no, absolutely. Quite, yeah, Nydia, absolutely. Yes, I've heard that too, Vanessa. I know. Yes, of course you can have a close-up. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Right, there we go. So, oh, let me see if I can piece it back together again, and then you can tell me which... I know that one was at the top. Oh, there we go. That one. That way around, or was it the other way? No, it was that way. Okay, there we go. Right, so one. Now, of course, it's always a little bit unfortunate when you have to decapitate a fox, but that's the way it is. So if you didn't want that to happen, then maybe plan out your layout a little better than I did. I just kind of went for it because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So, oh, sorry, squeakity squeak. I need to put some oil on my thing. There we go. So, yeah, exactly. All right. So that was that, and then we had these other lovely textured creations. Now these would look lovely, I think, embossed. Shall I just do one of these through the subtle embossing folder? I think that would look particularly nice. Oh, thanks, Cindy. You put that so beautifully. This has been a joyous day of stamping. Although I didn't do much stamping this afternoon, it was mainly cutting and sticking, which is a little bit unusual for my channel of late, but I enjoyed it very much so. It's a matter of willingness to do so. Oh, Gina, you're referring to my comment about change. Oh, that just looks so fabulous now. That, oh, that texture. It just makes it look so sophisticated. I love embossing, maybe because there's a boss. Well, you're the boss of your artwork. I always say that, don't I? You're in charge. There we go. Right, I have to save one of these for Ali, don't I? Ali, I'll put your name on it. Ali, which one did you prefer? Yeah, it definitely makes it feel really like a work of art by putting it through the embossing folder. Yeah. Oh, that one, cinnamon. Do you want it embossed? Oh, that's Anna. Sorry. I meant Ali, not Anna. Yeah, so basically, if you shop with me, you get a thank you card. So that's why Ali, the one I just embossed. All right, then. That's fine. So as part of my little thank you every month, I send thank you cards to my customers and also vouchers. So, right, I've got a little pile of things to go out now. This is great. It's on your first order. Which one? The embossing folder, Christine? Oh, cool. Right. I'm going to say a quick hello to you all and then bid you adieu. What's telling me I've got a low battery? I don't think it's charging up very fast, this phone. Anyway. Right, lovely to see you all. And I'm not sure what time I'm coming on tomorrow because I've got a couple of things happening. It's my son's birthday and I've got a friend popping around and also I'm involved in the breastfeeding support thing, so that's that. And then yeah, so I will see. If I don't make it tomorrow night, I will try and come on Saturday. So there we go. Du ist foxy. Ich bin schlau. Have I said that right? Ich bin schlau. Ich bin foxy. Du ist foxy. I don't know what I'm saying. You better not be telling me something rude. Esther, you better keep an eye on them. You're welcome, Cindy. Nice to see you. Right. Did she? Oh, I'll go and check that out. I haven't seen it. Yeah, I keep looking at the triangle stamps and going, yeah. I didn't get a kind of like gut reaction to it the first time I saw it. But I don't know, it could grow on me. So I'm thinking, maybe. It's challenging. Okay, Janice. Yeah, I guess it's because it's a shape that we're probably unaccustomed to using regularly. So I can see how it could be. But there are some really pretty patterns, aren't there, on the triangles. So anyway, I'll go back and see what Janice did with them. Oh, thanks, Steph. Yeah, so everybody, last night I was talking about getting those peg acrylic things. And so, yeah, it was Steph that sent me that link, I think. A few of you sent me links. Thank you so much. A few of you did. I'd had emails, I had messages. Thank you, everybody. But I ended up going with, I think Steph was the first one to get to me with a link to a British shop, which was lovely, actually, because it was nice to just support a British shop. Who sold those. So I've bought 3. I've bought a 2.5 diameter cylinder, a 2 and I think a 1.5. So I was basically saying that with some of our smaller stamps, it would be nice to have something long and have the stamp on the end rather than having it yeah, so with this block we have it on the side, don't we? But it would be really nice to be able to hold something and be able to stamp with it. So I know they're not Stampin' Up, I know, but I just think it will help make my stamping much quicker. So I bought it. What else did I buy? They had some Filofax paper on there as well that I bought, I think. The squared Filofax paper, so I bought that as well. So yeah, don't spend too much, but toying with getting some crepe paper and floral tape to make flowers for cards. Ooh. To be honest, Anna, oh no, the other day I was talking about how to make paper flowers by twisting the paper, and I couldn't find what I had made, and I did find it the other day, so I haven't thrown it away. I have put it somewhere safe. I will show you how to make flowers out of a strip of paper. Remind me to do that. Have you? I tied that. No, I haven't got the hot foil stuff. It's one of those things I just don't want to get into because I just feel it's like another rabbit hole. It's another craft rabbit hole. Anna's got it though, so go have a look at what Anna's done with it. Anna, have you done a video on it yet? So if you don't follow Paper Dreamer, that's Anna. She's trying to do some more YouTube videos, so do follow her. Any other questions? There we go. There she is. The pink and the green little picture. So use with a stencil and laminator. Yeah. No. I generally try not to get into anything that's not Stampin' Up. Because if I start buying other companies' stuff, I'll end up spending all the money I make. So I have enough trouble as it is, not over purchasing with Stampin' Up stuff. So, right. You're very welcome, Gina. Lovely. Thank you for your company. Thank you, everybody that's watching on the replay. If you've made it this far, you deserve a medal. Janice, we won't mention the W word. Have a great day. And you can think about crafting when you're at work, can't you? So, take care, Janine. Good night, all. Lots of love. I don't have a laser printer. You need one for the laminator method. Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, see? Told you. All more equipment, more tools. Bye. Thanks, Ali.